to begin. Bring your hands to your heart and have your thumbs against your sternum so you can feel your heart beating. So your heart is beating. You're feeling your heart. And you're closing your eyes. And you start to breathe in. And you exhale. And you allow for the nasal breath through the nose to be present. And this is engaging your tummy. So your tummy is inflating and your breath is coming through your nose as your tummy deflates and your breath is exhaling through your nose. Deep in breath. Deep out breath. And as your breath deepens, you will sink more deeply into your innate self. And you can consciously bring your thoughts into a state of exhale, of letting go. So when you feel that the breath, focusing on the breath, is stressful or your mind is distracted, and you can bring your thoughts into it, and as you exhale your thoughts, your distractions, your energy that's frustrating you, and just feel it gradually descending to Mother Earth as you inhale again, bringing up that vital life force through your body and just receiving all that you need through the breath, connecting to all parts of you by faith and opening yourself to this divine connection, to your heavenly self, your light-filled self, and your earthy, unknown, maybe more taboo self. As you exhale, we go more into a letting go space of the unknown. So we balance these two parts of us with the breath. And we meet in the center of the heart. So the heart is where we merge and where we meet as one. Breathing into the heart and exhaling and resting into your heart. And we're going to tune in with a Kundalini mantra. And it goes, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. So I'm going to sing it. You can join in, or you can feel the vibration in your bones and in your body and see how that makes you feel. So take a deep breath in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Last time. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And breathe in deeply and then hold your breath. And as you hold your breath, squeeze your buttocks, squeeze your pelvic floor and squeeze your tummy and envision what it is you hold for intention during this moment together. Squeezing and envisaging that in your third eye, internally envisaging, holding, feeling the expansion, and then exhale. As you bring your hands down and you find yourself looking back at the screen, Ong Namo Gurudev Namo means I'm calling out to my divine wisdom, to my soul. So Ong is God, the name of God. Namo. Guru is the transformation from lightness to dark, or vice versa. And the name of my name, the name Dev Namo, the name of my name, you know, the essential root of who I am. So you can connect to your straight connection directly to your truth. Okay, so we're going to start with some pelvic rotations, and I'm going to talk us through this beautiful pelvic rotation. And as we move round from each of our hips, we go from one hip, breathing in to this, for me, right hip, and then we exhale as we come back from the left hip, back, circling backwards, and then we swivel again back to our right hip. So we get these pelvic rotations which help to unloosen, to unlock, to set free the constraints that we might feel in our lower chakra. So I'm going to show you from the other side. So as you come back, I'm going in the opposite direction. So as we come forward, I'm going to my left hip, and I'm rotating back, and my hands are on my knees. And I'm breathing in deeply to the front, and I'm exhaling as I come back. Now this posture is really great if you keep your back straight, but sometimes you might find that you're just needing to curve, and that comes naturally. So allowing yourself to have a little curve, but always we're envisaging to hold our back straight when we can, curving and then coming back straight when we can, because the straightness of our back allows the spinal fluid and the energy to flow through us quite, efficiently. So as we're working through this practice, we're allowing the energy to transmute, and that's really what Kundalini yoga is about. I'm going to come back and face you, and we're going to keep rotating. Kundalini yoga is about this transformation, and it's about bringing and raising up your energy from the lowest part of you, up from your root through to your sacral, and then just changing direction as you breathe in to your right. Breathing in your left hip around and breathing out as you come back, following the breath, exhaling backwards, following the breath round to your left, and then exhaling. Enjoying this rotation, allowing it to unlock any parts of your lower body. This is something you can do when you're sitting down at a desk, or when you're sitting on your sofa. You can really do it in any position, so you could do it on your knees. It's not quite the same, but you can do it. And you can do it when you're just seated in sort of a 90 degree with your feet on the ground. And when you're rotating, when you're moving, do bring your eyes to a close so you can just really receive and feel into the opening that you're creating, really bringing your breath with conscious deep breathing to your lower body. We have a lot, and do breathe out with your mouth if you need, and that really helps to release deep energy, because sometimes we do need to sigh, and we do need to just bring in a lot of sensual breathing, particularly with the lower part of our body, because this is where we're finding a lot of residing stuck emotion perhaps. And then as you gentle and slow your breathing, come to the center. Take a deep breath in and hold your breath. And when you hold your breath, you like to squeeze your bum, your pelvic floor, which is what you use when you go for a wee for women. And then you come up and you hold your tummy. And the squeezing of this allows the energy to rise up through the front and the back body, up towards the forehead and the crown, so that we're helping to just saying to this tender energy inside of us, I'd like to open you so you can nurture my body. And then exhale. And then just keeping your hands open and perhaps closing your eyes, and after a movement, a posture like this, it's nice to remain open with your eyes closed, unless you're feeling you need to have them open for some reason, because sometimes that is just as equally as, sometimes it's just what we need. It doesn't have to be a rule book. And allow yourself to be breathing in deeply and paying attention to how you feel, and really receiving, because a lot of life is about, receiving what we get, so that we can really integrate it and really make them, really be able to be present, because often we're looking for lots of different things, but really we've got all that we need in the few that we already have. So really receiving this and integrating this small but poignant move. And what this position has been doing, as we've been working with the sex organs, the sex chakras, where this is the vital force that actually nourishes all that we are. So these here contained within these energetic centers is a primal energy of healing, because sexual energy is extremely healing when you can use it in a good way. So if you bring it up and through the body, it's when you feel the vavavoom, the vitality, the potency and the fertility, and you start to breathe this through your body, and then you can move in whatever way. Eventually it's just we work with these movements so that eventually we can also bring in our own flow of emotion and movement, so that the wave that we feel coming up through our body is really accentuated and nurtured. It's not just a movement, it's an internal feeling and communion, and feeling this energy moving up through you. And for me, this is life, this is the spirit, this is the zest. And it's when you go outside and you're in nature and you feel that vibrant tingling of atoms emerging and rising, and that's that life force that we have inside of us. We don't need to get it, but we do need nurturement from food and from relationships and all these things, but we can find it also within ourselves, and we can power ourselves up. So this is one movement really that I've ended up showing you. I thought I would show you a few, but this is actually just one movement I've shown you. But you can see that there's so much in there for you to feast on. And I'm going to leave it with you there.